I know Bwucey don't like this hat. This hat's offensive to Bwucey. So I'll get another hat, Bwucey. How do you like this hat, Bwucey?
And of course, I should have bet money on this situation that's going on right now. Of course, just like always, Carrie is in the goddamn podcast live stream, sucking on TJ's asshole, just licking it out, just sucking on it like a fucking nipple. I bet his asshole is all puckered now like a nipple, sticking straight out. But what you see here, this is the cyberbully centipede, what's going on. You got TJ at the front, you got Carrie sucking his ass, you got Rabbit Old Bat sucking Carrie's ass, you got Black Onion sucking Rabbit Old Bat's ass, all the mods sucking all of their asses, and their followers getting fed all the shit in the end. All of you in that group, TJ, Carrie, Rabbit Old Bat, Black Onion, all your fucking mods and all your stupid followers. Because all you're doing, TJ's fucking siphoning off of the lies, the rumors, the hypocrisy, the gossip, the targeted harassment, the ridicule, the arrogance, the disparagement, the guilt shaming, and the slander.
I don't get my information from Rabbit Old Bat, or, sometimes I might be pointed in that direction. None of us feed off each other's information. We all get up with our own information. So that's ridiculous in and of itself. Hold on a minute. What about this hat, Bwucey? Does this meet your standards? Let's see what he has on there. Lies. I try not to lie, especially when I'm talking about somebody. So, rumors. Yeah, sometimes I get caught up in rumors, but not very often. Most of the time I check it out and it checks out okay. Occasionally I will get on a rumor and without thinking. Hypocrisy? None. Gossip? Well, yeah, that's what the whole drama thing is about. So, whatever. Targeted harassment. No, I'm not harassing anybody. Neither is Rabbit Old Bat. Neither is Carrie. Neither is TJ. Not harassing anybody because you don't have to watch it. You have to go. It's like if you come to my house and I call you names, and you come back to my house and I call you names again. That's not harassment because you didn't have to come back to my house. Ridicule. Yeah, I ridicule the fuck out of you like I'm doing right now. Arrogance. I don't think you even know what that word means. So let's just, disparagement. No, you don't know what that word means either. Guilt shaming. Shame on you. What? Mentioning Corky's criminal past? Well, if you call it guilt shaming, go ahead then. Slander? No. There's no slander here. There's no slander with Rabbit Old Bat. There's no slander with Carrie. No slander with TJ because the truth is not slander. Sorry about your luck there, Shepherd.
And he's just shitting it out his ass to Carrie, and she's shitting it out of her ass to Rabbit Old Bat, and she's shitting it out of her ass to Black Onion.
No, we all come to our conclusions independently. Just because they're similar don't mean we're getting them from each other. Does this hat meet your approval? Of course, it's Alabama, and you're from Florida, so I guess, it's not a gator hat or a Seminole hat or a hurricane hat. But hey, I'm in Alabama, so I'm going to wear Alabama. Do you like this hat, Bwucey?
And they're all shitting out of their ass to the mods, and then finally it just shits all over the followers. And then the followers all believe the shit because they all like to suck everybody's ass anyway, too. Well, my point is.
Fact is, Bwucey, if we hadn't called you out on your shit, you'd be one of the followers, too. You'd have been right in there with Carrie, every one of Carrie's and Rabbit Old Bat's stream, but they'd called you out on your bullshit, so that's why you don't like it. You would be one of the followers eating all the shit. So there you go.
You see, I used it out of context, and the thing is, these people that actually claim that they're smarter than me.
I've never claimed I'm smarter than you, but I am. Rabbit Old Bat never claimed to be smarter than you, but she is. Carrie never claimed to be smarter than you, but she is. Carrie and TJ, I don't know if I said Carrie already, they don't claim to be smarter than you. They just are. Dude, they just are. We all are. Everybody watching this video is smarter than you. Except for maybe Corky. He's about at your level. But,
are actually the ones who don't even understand what I'm saying. And rabbit hole bat, whether you're an atheist or not, really doesn't matter. The fact is, I wish I had $1 for every time somebody says, I don't think you know what that word means.
I'm sure you hear people say that all the time. That, oh, I don't think you know what that means, because you just like Corky, use words and never even know what the word means and just keep using them. So, I mean, there's that.
I used to say if I had $1 for every time I heard shit like that, I'd own your mother. It's just common fucking trolling rhetoric. That's all it is. It's a little troll escape. It's something to say to shut down your opponent so you can run away.
Nothing I say to you, I say so I can run away. Who's going to run away from you? Sorry, Bwucey. Nobody's afraid of a skunk ape. We all know you're all mouth, no action. And even if you were tough, how are you going to get to anybody? You ain't got no resources, no ability to do nothing. Okay? Hope you like this hat. This one comes with dreadlocks, which is kind of cool. It's actually old. I ain't gonna go into why I bought this hat, but anyway, you're an idiot, dude. You're an idiot. That's why people say that to you all the time. You don't know what that word means. If you had $1 every time someone said that, you'd be rich. That's true, because that probably gets told to you quite a bit.
The fact is, the things that you don't understand about what I'm saying, it pretty much proves when you say stupid shit like that to somebody, it pretty much proves you don't understand what I was talking about. When you take something out of context, I use that word with the hard R as a simile. You know what a simile is?
Yes, the Black Onion knows what a simile is. And the fact that you used it as a simile is racist. Using the N-word as a simile is racist, because you're saying black people are like something. Not that black people are individuals like white people and different. You're equating somebody as like an N-word, which means you're a racist. Sorry about your luck. That just proves you're racist. You use that argument, you're just proving my point, that you see black people as inferior to you. That's why it's a simile. Fact is, look at Neil deGrasse Tyson. Probably one of the smartest men alive today. Happens to be black. He's not the smartest man because he's black. He's the smartest man because he's got something up here. Because black people are just as smart as white people, are just as capable of white people. The person who fixes my truck is a black man. Okay? I trust him to fix my truck. Because just as any white person fixing my truck, I trust him. I've had Mexicans fix my truck. I've had other people fix my truck. It's not a matter of what their race is. Okay? That's your issue. You lump all black people in this category, and then you can use them as a simile to somebody you don't like. That person's an N-word. I didn't call black people N-word. I called that person N-word because it's a simile. Because he's similar to black people, right?
Likeness of something is like something else, and you're describing it that way. Now, if you looked at the freaking definition today of that hard word, you're going to notice that there's an entirely new definition that the progressive liberal left laid out, because it used to mean a worthless person.
That's where you're wrong. I'm older than you, so I know. I've been around longer. I've heard that word, heard it more before you're even born. I've heard the N-word used in a negative way. Well, pretty much most of the time when it's used in a negative way, except for, now it's more of, in the black community, they use it positively towards each other. But the N-word, its origin is from the word black in Latin. The word black in Latin, I think, is Niger, Negro. something like that. The word Negro is where the word black comes from. They used to use the word Negro to as a racist, and now they don't use that word anymore. When I was growing up, I had a black friend in second grade, and the teacher wanted to know what a race is for some kind of thing the school was keeping track of, and said, "Are you a Negro?" And I was like, "You can't use that word." And then it was explained to me, well, Negro isn't the same as the other N word. But the word really doesn't get used that much. There's the United Negro College Fund and other things like that. So I'm sure it's used academically in some instances, but it's no longer a Negro race. A Negro comes from the word black, and Africa was called the Black Continent, and so it was in Spain they called it Nig something was the word for Africa in ancient Spain, and so I don't know if people were called that because their skin was darker or because that continent was the Black Continent. I don't know. But I know that the N word comes from the word black, and then it's when they put the ER in the back, they're turned into a derogatory word towards someone whose skin is darker than theirs. Okay, there actually isn't any black people. Okay, and there isn't any white people. Well, there's albinos, I guess, and alabaster skin, I guess. But I've never seen a black person. Now, I had a friend from Nigeria, a female friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, and she was as dark as anybody I've ever met in my life. And she was she was still brown, but it was a very, very dark brown. Black people's skin is beautiful. It's like there's some people got like a coffee color, and there's a caramel color, and there's a chocolate, there's a milk chocolate and dark chocolate, and just beautiful skin tones. As an artist, somebody who paints for a living, I pay attention to color, and that's why I'm saying that, because I just think black people have beautiful color tones to them. I mean, I wish I had a good color tone. I'm kind of splotchy pink and white and all other gross colors, but not really gross colors, but there are some beautiful white people, of course, and they're beautiful people in all races, and you just don't understand because you're the one who's ignorant. It's not everyone else who's ignorant; it's you are. That there's these other definitions of the N word. And I've heard that before. When I was in the Navy, I remember a guy who got busted in the nose. I was a medic, and I was working in the emergency room that night. This guy come in, he got punched in the laundry room of the barracks where he was at, and because he called somebody the N-word. And then he was sitting there explaining how the N-word has this different meaning. Some white people are N'ers, and some black people are N'ers. And he was trying to give this whole definition of what the N-word was. It's just an excuse. It's not a definition. The N-word has always meant what it still means today, a derogatory term towards black people. That's what it means. That's why it's not okay for you and I to use that word, because it's a derogatory word towards a race of people. And by using that word, you're trying to say they're inferior to you. And I'm not going to say that to black people because I like black people. I happen to live in a black community. Me and my wife are the only white people that live on the road that we live on. And I like all my next door neighbor, we have words, and he doesn't like me because my dogs get out and stuff. But most of the people are good people, just like any white people I've ever met. Just like any white community I've ever lived in. The black people in this community are just as cool, and I don't have to lock everything up, and because I don't have to worry. The cops have never been here. I've lived here for going on 4 years, 3.5 years. Never seen a cop car. There's never been a cop car out here. Never a reason for a cop to ever come out here. So you need to learn a little more about black people. I don't need to learn what you mean by saying the N-word.